In today's video, we're going to be 3D printing some epic Pokemon stuff. But at the end of the video, we'll also be turning this Lugia here into a really cool lamp. Let's get started.
So first of all, we need to find something to print, which is why we're here on the Maker World for bamboo lamps. I'm gonna have a scroll through and we'll see what we can find. So the first thing I've found that I really want to do is this here Gyarados. Now this is an articulated one, so we can actually move it around and it looks really cool. Like it is done really well. Face is a little bit interesting, but you know what? If this works, this would be freaking awesome. Now I don't have this blue color, which is a little bit of a shame. However, I do have red, and I have a red Gyarados in my Scarlet save. So we're going to make a red Gyarados. So let's get this downloaded and on print. So I've just changed the color from the blue to the red, and look at this. How cool does this look, man? This is actually really freaking cool. So of course we have to make a Pokeball in this, and I only have one AMS, so this is actually really good for me to do next. I can do this in 3 plates, which is available here, as you can see, and this looks really good. So we're gonna give this a try, see how it comes out. Gotta do a Pokeball, man. If we didn't do a Pokeball, like, what's the point in this video, right? So I've just found these Pokemon energy tokens here, and while these are very simple, I actually really need something just like this. So this could save me a crap ton of time for the future video that I'm going to be making, which you'll have to just wait and see what it is. Make sure you subscribe to see that. But I'm going to get some of these printed off because I could definitely use these. So I've just found these, and while they don't really have a massive use, I really want them. There's just a ton of unknown, and I mean, who doesn't want to have a crap ton of unknown? It's going to take an hour and a half. I'm just going to do it. Why the hell not? Maybe we can turn them into magnets or something. The next thing I've found are these Pokemon badges keycaps. These look kind of nice, and I do want the backlit ones. Even though my keyboard doesn't do multiple colors, it still kind of could be nice to have the lighting behind it. We're going to print half of these. They take about an hour, but I don't know if they're going to actually turn out as good as they look on there. So we're going to do half of them, see how they do. Take about half an hour, not too bad. So we're going to be making some more stuff as well, but I didn't want to spoil everything for you guys right at the beginning. So I popped everything on print, and now it was just time to wait. Okay, so the first thing we have here is the Pokeball. Now we have all the different parts. I've already put the hinge in, which is just a pin in the back, which is pretty cool. We need to glue the button into place, which I believe goes into this side here. So then we put the bottom onto this bit here, make sure that it all lines up nicely, which it does. Nice, perfect. Then do the same thing with the top bit. Put a bit of glue there, a little bit of glue there. Okay, and there is the final product. We have the red Pokeball, the regular Pokeball here. It does in fact snap shut nicely and stays shut as well. The button does actually release it open, which is really cool, and it's nice and clean. Now there's not the actual inside bits that you normally get here on the Pokeball, but you know what, for how long this took to print and how clean this has come out, like look at this. Look how nice that is on top there. There's a few little bits here that I could definitely pick off with some tweezers, and like clean up the little brim that I had there. But you know what? This is really cool. Fits nicely in the hand. I'm happy with it. Now this next one I am super excited about. I love this thing so much. Look at it. This is the Gyarados that we printed, and I am telling you now, this thing came out so good. The colors really pop and look really nice, and just the whole model design itself, the person who designed this did a great job. It moves so freely, and you can actually put it however you want really, and have it set up however you like. And in fact, I am going to be printing a different size Pokeball for this to sit with. Like, I am definitely going to do this. It doesn't fit in here, but I kind of want to print one where it will fully fit. I did sort of talk crap about the mouth a little bit at the beginning. It's actually really good, and I have no complaints about this whatsoever. It was so easy. There was no issues with the print. Now, I am going to have to find a use for this. This can't just be junk that sits around somewhere. I'll give this maybe to my son or something, but either way, this is really freaking cool. We're going to print a bigger Pokeball for it for sure, and have this put in there, give it to someone maybe. It's really cool. I don't know if you can't tell, I'm very happy with the red Gyarados. Now it's time for a bit of chaos. Yep, we printed the unknown. These are the unknown figures that we did. It's really, again, there was no real reason to print these, but you know what? I'm really glad I did. They've come out really well, and there's actually more than I expected there to be. I didn't think I was printing this many, but this is definitely not the whole alphabet, of course. These are all different. I don't think there's any like duplicates in here at all that I can see. As you can see here, the quality is quite nice. I'm going to put something on the back of these, on these little bits here, either double-sided tape and like put them somewhere, maybe we'll write something with it, but ideally some small like magnets with a sticky side and then a magnet that I can put for the fridge. These would be really cool on the fridge. You could leave little notes in unknown, but you know what, something a little extra that you can throw in with anything if you're going to give a gift to someone maybe, or just pop them on your fridge, or just leave them laying around for an unknown reason. They're really cool. I'm glad I made them. Let's talk about the next thing. And next up, we had a few things here that we made. Of course, we had to make a Pokemon logo. It just wouldn't have really been the same without it. So I wanted to make one of these, and I wanted it for the thumbnail as well, of course. But this, you know what? Look at this. How cool is this? Like, pop that somewhere, like maybe in front of something or just on the wall, or just to have it anyway. These, however, are really cool. Now, I'll actually put a separate little video on for you guys to see these actually on the keyboard. But these came out, I was really skeptical about how these would come out, like keycaps, 3D printed keycaps on an FDM printer. I wasn't expecting anything great. The quality of them is actually really nice. Like, you could use these absolutely, and they do fit on the keyboard, as you can see. Now, unfortunately, my keyboard backlighting's pretty crap, but they still work and the lighting does come through. So if you had a colored keyboard, you could definitely have these on and have some pretty nice color from them. And then, like I said, I did print myself some of these energy tokens. Now, these actually came out really nice. They're really smooth finish on the end if the camera will focus. There you go. However, they do take a little while to print because of the fact that you don't want to be printing like green, red, and yellow, all these different colors at the same time, because of the fact that it will change so many times to do each layer. Like, every time you do a layer, it's going to have to change from green to yellow to red to blue. But I do have a use for these, and it is to do with this. Up here, this box, this is my Pokemon card box. The next video will be me making an improvement to this, which is why I need these and all the other ones as well. So stick around for that, because we are going to be using these. Please do click the sub button. It'll help the channel grow a lot, and I will continue making content and trying to improve the quality. Now, this one is another one that I'm pretty damn hyped about. This is a massive blue version cartridge that I printed. Now, this is to hang on the wall, and unfortunately my printer spazzed out a little bit at the end, and we got this rough texture here. The Z-axis, something went wrong with it. I don't know what it is, and I printed out a sticker to put on it, so we're gonna pop that on right now. Now, I know that this isn't perfect, it needs rounded edges and stuff, but the cartridge isn't perfect either, and so I'm going to get an improved one, and I will do that. How many of you guys are going to get tilted if I get this wrong and I place this poorly? You know what, I think that's... yeah, it's pretty drunk. The cutting wasn't great, but we now have a massive Game Boy blue version cartridge that we can pop on our wall now. If you're going to make something and you want something on your wall, and you played these games, go ahead and do this. This is really cool. And now we finally have the Lugia lamp that I wanted to make at the beginning of the video. I honestly had no idea how this was going to turn out, but it looks really cool. I 3D printed this Lugia quite a while ago now, and I planned on doing something similar to this, but I just never got around to doing it. Now, I printed a Pokemon battle court for the lights to actually attach to, and then I printed a bit of a support stick. This was actually a hockey stick that I got for the LEDs to head up towards Lugia. Then I covered this in cotton wool that I pulled apart, and when you turn this thing on, it looks really cool. The blue color is supposed to represent Aeroblast, which of course is supposed to be a twirly sort of effect. I suppose I could probably 3D print a twister sort of a thing and then wrap the LEDs around that to represent it a little bit better. But this definitely has the effect that I wanted, and so I'm very happy with this. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think this is cool? It could definitely be improved upon, and I plan on doing so, so keep an eye out for maybe a YouTube short or something where I show an updated version. And that's the end of the video. What did you think? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. Please do leave a like if you enjoyed. This video took a crap ton of time to make, in case you can't tell. Looks like I've deteriorated probably about 50 years doing this video. Gyarados, set up. We've got impressions to make here. Put that out the window. I hope you found this video entertaining at all. I had an absolute blast making it, and I'm definitely going to be making more in the future. I will aim to do my best to improve quality in terms of audio or video or all that sort of stuff as well. And I plan on posting pretty much just anything and everything Pokemon that I enjoy doing myself and making content on and sharing it with you guys. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then do stick around. Leave me a comment down below for any feedback and anything. I am happy to try and improve all of this sort of stuff. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Come on, Gyarados. Time to go.